Hi there, I'm Jeanette. Hi, so I'm the manager and owner of Home Heroes Cleaning Services, and I just want to introduce you to our business and what we do. So we're a home cleaning service based in Kapiti at the moment, and this is your introduction to becoming one of the team members, becoming one of our really lovely cleaners that ensure our customers are happy, that make sure that people come home and feel really good about the work that we've done. So I'm going to go through very quickly a wee manual with you. This manual is, you would probably have it, so I will just go through it. Yeah, okay, so first off, we always make sure that we look fresh and tidy when we go to people's houses, and basically we keep our clothes as simple as possible. You should have a Home Hero shirt supplied to you. If you haven't, please talk to me about it, because that's really important. We look like one team. Now, what you can wear with that is you can wear pants of any sort as long as they're comfortable to work in, and clearly they're comfortable and presentable. We're talking no patches, stitches, studs, anything that's going to make you look unprofessional. The other thing about appearance, you need to have your hair neat and tidy, and I mean, you don't have to be fully made up, but just be presentable, because remember that in some of our homes people have businesses, so they have people coming in and out of their office. They have, I mean, heck, they might have the mother-in-law over, and they don't want to be embarrassed when the cleaning lady looks like she's had a really rough night and is looking really dodgy in the corner. So remember, we do have to look neat and tidy. Now, one big no-no for me, and it has happened, is when people wear slippers or Ugg boots to their cleans. It just, I mean, it might be comfortable and you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm just lounging around the house. But in reality, it looks unprofessional. It really does. You would not go to your doctor and trust him or even listen to him if he walked in a gown and slippers. You'd be wondering what was going on. Same thing for a mechanic. You wouldn't turn up to your mechanics and accept the fact that he's wearing Ugg boots while he's lying under your car changing your tyre. It just doesn't seem right. So obviously, hopefully you can understand that. So, apart from appearance and making sure that you're tidy at all times, communicating with customers. So when we communicate with customers, we make very sure that they understand that everything must go through me or the office. And what I mean by that is the big stuff, like a change of day, or they want their cleaning done differently. Anything that's going to affect the time, the payment, the scheduling is really important that comes through me. So if they start asking you questions like, oh, could you guys do an extra hour on Friday and do some window cleaning? I will get back to you once I've asked the office. That's all you need to say. You can say Jeanette makes those decisions, the office makes those decisions. And the reason it has to come through the office is, let's just say, for instance, someone says, oh, can you change my day? And you go, sure, I'll make it a Wednesday instead of a Friday this week. What's happening is I charge you, or let's just say it's meant to be a Wednesday, but you've done it on Friday. So Wednesday, I'm invoicing the client and getting on their case about paying on the day. And then they tell me, oh, well, she hasn't actually worked yet, she's working Friday, and it becomes embarrassing. So we have to make sure that communication is really clear, so we don't look like we're got no clue and are mucking around. Excuse me. Okay, so bottom line, please put anything through me. I mean, if something's small like, oh, can you just do that extra, behind that extra couch, vacuum it today, it's not going to affect the time, it's not going to affect your whole week, it's not going to affect the pay, then fine, just do the extra vacuuming behind the couch and leave it at that. Obviously, if a client is asking you things like, oh, can you stay half an hour and mop the basement floor, and it's going to add another half an hour, well, you need to be paid, and they need to know and agree to pay before you do it. So make sure in that instance, if they want it done right there and there, you can still ring me and say, hey, they want me to stay an extra half an hour, then I will quickly contact them and say, hey, you're aware you've got to pay for the extra time? Yes, 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 and off we go. So it is really important that we communicate well. Now, from time to time, you will be assessed at the houses that you clean, mainly for two reasons. Reason number one, to make sure that you're safe. And when I say safe, meaning you've just got your setup going really nicely. You've got the products you need. They're providing adequate entry. You're not having to climb over scaffolding to get into the front door. We're also making sure that the work that you're doing is along the guidelines of what's in your job sheet. So it's a great way to look after the customer and to look after you as the cleaner. Now, there will always be feedback, whether it's from the customer or from your assessment, and that's great, because that means if you know, oh, this person really didn't say, but now that I've had the assessment done, or now that I've asked them or they've been asked, I know that they want this extra thing done. You might never have known that, but now you do. And of course, once you do, you realize we can keep that client for a long time, as opposed to them just sort of getting annoyed and not feeling like they could say it. So just remember, I really encourage feedback from our clients. In fact, I beg for feedback. We never used to. We used to say, how'd your clean go? I hope it was good. And they would go, oh, it was great, thanks. And I didn't leave an open space for them to say, well, actually, she did really well, but she completely forgot to vacuum the laundry, and that's the dirtiest room in the house for us. So I've found that if I make sure I insist on feedback, we tend to get a few little things earlier on in our cleaning. So in the first week, second week, they'll say, oh, really? You don't mind me saying? Okay, well, in that case, can you make sure that you vacuum behind my bedside table, and can you also make sure that the study door is closed because my cat's been coming in and leaving fur on my computer, laptop, or whatever. So it's never big issues. It's little issues that we can solve pretty much the next week. And that is great, because instead of losing that client a few weeks down the track and never knowing what happened and them saying, oh, wasn't quite working out, and not feeling that their small thing was big enough to moan about, this way we've given them the opportunity. So we value it. So we need to know that, well, I need to know that you, as well as I, embrace any feedback we get, because that's how we keep our clients. It's the businesses that don't accept feedback and don't acknowledge the things that the client is really looking at. I think, if you're not acknowledging those things, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out by losing your client, losing your job, losing your income. So feedback from clients, really important. Now, cash. 95% of all our money is brought in by internet banking. And that's what I recommend to all our clients. However, some clients, bless their hearts, still want to give us checks or still want to give us envelopes of money. It's not my favorite way, despite the fact that they think they're giving it to us tax-free or something, but the reality is they're not, because we still pay tax. But it's more the danger of it getting lost in transit. Like, you might pick it up, $50 note falls out, and then where did it go? Who's to blame? Did the client not pay? Did you not pay? So the best thing to do is, if you're ever worried about money, if the envelope's sealed, you just write the address on the front and you hand it to me the next time you see me, or you give me a ring and I will come fetch it. I don't want you to go out of your way with envelopes of money, because it can become a pain. On the other hand, at the moment, I think we've only got 3 clients that give us envelopes, and so it's really easy. My one lovely lady just picks up the envelope, drives it past my house, and knocks on the door and gives it to me at the end of every week. And that's it. And she doesn't mind doing that. Neither do I, and we both get paid. So it's all worth it. So that's the end of this first section, introduction. Hopefully you took some notes, and I'll see you for the second half.